So Doritos is back in the Super Bowl with Crash the Super Bowl for the 7th year in a row.
7th year. I can't believe it.
All right, tell me what builds on what you've done in the past and what is new this year.
Well, I'll tell you what builds on the past is this notion of the best advertisers for our brand are our consumers. That has never changed. And this, while it is an ad for the Super Bowl, is really about a 6-month engagement program that allows our consumers to talk and share our brand. Really, that's what it's about. But some fun new things that we've done is this year, the one who does really well in the Super Bowl, who actually gets to be in the Super Bowl and does well, they actually get to work with Michael Bay on his new Transformers movie. Kind of cool. The other thing that was really cool that we did this year is, in addition to submitting the ads, we actually created a way to crowdsource. Our consumers could crowdsource, like, you need an actor? I got an actor. You need a dog? I got a dog. So
they could work together to sort of share expertise and creative?
Exactly. So we created all these social media tools. So maybe there's a dog in Spokane, up there, and you were trying to make a spot in Seattle, right? I found a dog, right? So there's lots of ways in this whole production process that we've also created these tools for people to create, again, a way to socially connect and really create a new experience. And the quality of the ads, as a result, really benefited.
Fetch me a bag full of Doritos. Fetch me a bear naked.
So let's also talk about, because I know that entries were down this year, but you feel that the level of quality, the quality and the talent is higher. But are we getting away from just the average consumer on the street submitting, and we're getting more sort of actual real filmmakers contributing?
Well, if you look at, again, the 5 finalists this year, they're all, again, starting young, kind of 19, 20-year-old kind of guys, and it hasn't changed the nature of who's been submitting.
Yep.
I think the fact that people got help in actually being able to make the ad, it got a little bit more serious on how people did it, and it really showed in the quality this year.
Okay, so now you're down to 5 finalists.
Yes.
2 will air in the Super Bowl, so
Yes.
you'll have one that's chosen by consumers.
Yes.
The one that got the highest votes, you know which one that is.
I do.
And then you all will decide.
We will choose one.
The second one.
Exactly.
Okay, and the one that gets the highest response, the greatest response on Ad Meter, is the one that will win the prize and work with Michael Bay.
Yes,
okay.
and if they also happen to win #1, they get another $1 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Doritos is arguably synonymous with this crowdsourcing phenomenon,
Yes.
really, at this point. This year especially, we see other marketers really doing it and trying their hand at it in different ways. Do you get concerned that there might, it might get stale after a while, or maybe with everybody else coming, jumping on board and doing it, it loses some of its luster?
So here's the thing. It's for me, it's less about the tactic and more about the strategy, right? And the strategy has always been about letting consumers participate in the brand. So as long as this is an authentic way for consumers to take part of our brand, right? Because this is about, while the Super Bowl is a great way to kind of showcase them, it really is about giving them a break, right? And so if you can still authentically do that, then you want to continue to do this. If it becomes about a gimmick, then you know what? They'll figure it out before we do, and they won't do it anymore. Right. So it's really in terms of, you're always going to see consumer engagement. Remember, Doritos was the first one that created the first consumer-generated video game, right? It's all about getting people a chance and getting involved with the brand. So you're always going to see some form of it. Well, whether we continue it as part of the Super Bowl, who knows?
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Because that was going to be another question: are we going to continue on this tack for the foreseeable future?
Every year I get asked that question, and every year I say I don't know. But the funny part is, every July-ish, our 800 number lights up. We get all these requests. Are you coming back and doing it again? So I think it's a way that people have figured out. Like, you know what? Doritos is still willing to put us out there. We hope they continue. So we'll see.
What metrics are you going to pay attention to, and does this really impact sales?
Absolutely. I mean, one of the things that we've seen now that we've done this for 7 years, we have trended data that helps us understand, has this been good for the brand? And the answer is an unequivocal yes. Because you're looking at what? You're looking at equity drivers for your business, and are they going north? And in our case, it has been, right? You look at the fact that Doritos not only has won #1 in the last 4 years 3 times, right? I mean, I've given away $5 million, right? But you also see that it's the most tweeted brand ad in the Super Bowl. You see that it's the most recalled. It's the most liked. I mean, these are metrics that we all as marketers would kill for, right? So all of those things, then you have to tie that to, is it driving your business? And the answer is yes again.
This year we saw it was Doritos, Pepsi, and Budweiser got together in an in-store retail promotion.
Yes.
How is that benefiting the brand as well?
Well, here's the thing. When you think about this moment called party, right? And when people get together, right, they're looking for, what's the top things in a basket? You're looking for tortilla chips, right? You're looking for a carbonated beverage. You're looking for a beer, right? You're looking for some dip, right? These are all in the wheelhouse of these three companies. So it makes all the sense in the world that you want to power that up as a solution for a consumer. Because the consumer doesn't care that you're one company and you're another division. They want us to come together. That's the power of coming together as a solution to the consumer. And no one can execute like we can in store. And that retail theater that we can create, that excitement that we can garner for our retail partners, that's what we're all about.
All right, back to the finalists.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
It's like asking me to choose between my children. You know I can't do that. I have 5 favorites, right? So we'll see what happens.
What was consistent about all the finalists this year?
You know, first of all, the creativity was consistent. That kind of unexpected twist was also very consistent. Of course, animals being very popular in the Super Bowl was again seen this year. Little children, crazy things that you will do and how you will harm yourself for a Doritos. And we have a new animal star this year. We have a goat, right? So we've had dogs, we've had cats, now we have a goat. So we'll see how it goes.
You're diversifying. So when you pick your finalists, what's the basis or criteria for which you will pick the finalists, not the consumer voted finalists?
Sure. We want to make sure that, of course, it's on strategy with our brand. It's really talking about that, that crunchy stimulation, that chip that you do anything for. You want to make sure that it's a well-liked ad, one that plays back well, plays back the message of the brand. So you're looking for all of those criteria. So sometimes we will pick one and we find out that the consumers picked it too. So we always have a number 2 ready, right? Because we've got a great lot to choose from.